Hey everyone, it's Blair here at Time Trades. Welcome back to this weekly video for Sunday, December 12th. And today I'm going to start with QQQ and what appears to be an interesting little cluster of a couple of down days on the forecast for this Thursday and Friday, the 15th and 16th. So let's rewind a little bit and take a look at the overall context of the Qs. So I'm going to come over here into TradingView and we're going to take a look at the cheat code script because I do like to sort of understand the broader price context before drilling down into the detailed daily forecasts. So what we're seeing here is we've got the green and purple squares, which represent the cheat code script, along with the vertical bars here, the light gray vertical bars. And you'll notice there's a thicker gray vertical bar that is roughly at the midpoint of the green box. So the last three light gray vertical lines have correlated with highs and then pivots. So in early November, it took a couple days for that to play out. But on November 22nd and on December 1st, we both saw highs and then very abrupt downturns into a much lower close. So as we look into the crystal ball for the next week, what we're seeing is we've got another one of these vertical gray lines coming up on Tuesday, the 14th. I'm going to go into this with a mindset of assuming that what happened the last time is going to play out again. And that would align very nicely with the Time Trades forecast, the daily forecast that shows lower trends and lower prices on the 15th and 16th. So based on this, what I'm thinking is flat to higher into Tuesday morning. And then, of course, there's lots of news next week. There's an FOMC meeting. And that's probably going to be the media's justification for the volatility. What I will be anticipating is sort of an opening range breakout on the Tuesday. So I'll be watching closely for that on Tuesday morning and using that first 30 or 60 minutes of trading to set an opening range and then look for a breakout possibly below that. So that is the overall context for the Qs, and I'm going to be looking for that to play out this week with a couple days of lower prices heading into Friday. Overall, there's not a lot of clear trend to distill right now from the Qs other than this significant pivot low down here in March. So what we could infer from this is if we see this kind of gap in here in the days down, that could be the end of the Santa rally in early January. And then we can see down days increasing in probability. And that aligns with the pivot low in March. Okay, so that's kind of the longer term view there for the Qs. Let's take a look at XLK, the S&P 500 technology sector, to see if that confirms what we're looking at. And yes, it does. It's even a little bit more bearish with even more down days. And again, it's also ending on the 16th. So we could be heading into potentially a volatile week for technology here. Tesla looks like it's going to be bucking that trend. There's a bullish forecast here for Tesla starting on Tuesday. So that is going to be heading into the Gann Wave yellow period here. And if we look at the last few yellow periods, we've seen some very good boosts heading into that. So pretty much every yellow period going back to August has seen higher prices. So this would seem to be the trend with Tesla. I wouldn't be surprised to see it, up around 1100 again by roughly December 20th, the middle of that yellow period. So everything is not bearish. Tesla looks like a very good long play here in the next week to 10 days. On the bearish side of things, we've got bonds, TLT. TLT has already come down quite a bit from the highs, and it's according to the time trades forecast, there's a lot more to go. And this is one thing I always like to look at in the time trades forecast is we've got the probability of down days here. Does it combine and align with a pivot low coming up? And in this case, it does. So we've got a pivot low here, December 28th. So it looks like the trend is down on bonds until after Christmas. Let's also take a look at Goldman Sachs. That's popping up on the activity scanner. So Goldman Sachs also aligns with the downtrends that we're seeing in technology with a 14% probability of a pivot high here on Monday. And then some big down days with Friday being a very high probability down day. And then again, a pivot low December 23rd. So very nice combination of pivot high, down days, pivot low on Goldman Sachs. So let's take a look at crypto quickly here. If we look at, start with Bitcoin. So we're looking at Bitcoin here, and of course it had that big flash crash December 4th. Let's take a look at what the short-term waves was telling us right around then. So I tweeted this out a couple days ago, and this is one of those, I guess, hindsight is 2020 things where, certainly I expected a change in trend when the dark blue short-term wave crosses zero. That's typically the signal here. But what happened in Bitcoin was certainly very, very sudden and a very violent move down. Not exactly, that was not anticipated by time trades, by the actual forecast, but that could have been anticipated just by using the short-term waves and noticing that, when this crosses the zero line heading up, there does tend to be down days. Of course, the scale of this down day exceeded all previous expectations, but still, it's something to be aware of, and that is these short-term waves. And this is why I put them on the user interface so that you can turn these on and take a look at them when it makes sense, and try to anticipate ahead of time some of these bigger moves that can happen on crossing of zero and also in changes of direction. So this is a learning from about 10 days ago that I wanted to share with the group. And looking ahead on Bitcoin, it looks like the price is kind of stabilized a little bit here. We did have a successful bearish call a couple days ago as we got the kind of the echo of this crash. Price has stabilized right now. It's above some of the VWAPs. So let's go back and take a look at Bitcoin here in TradingView. And we can see it's above the most recent VWAP that's anchored to the December 2nd gray line on the cheat code script. And it's well positioned for a move up into the next gray line on the 15th of December here. So we can see here there's a clear pattern of highs. Even in this downtrend, it does tend to make local highs right around the gray vertical lines. So even though the time trades forecast is pretty quiet with respect to Bitcoin, I would not be surprised to see it reclaim some of these VWAPs as it heads into December 15th. Okay, so last crypto and last symbol I want to talk about is ADA. Now Cardano has some downtrends, but you can see up here the down pressure is backing off, right? So the down pressure is backing off, and we've got a very high probability update coming up on December 17th, and that's coming right after a 15% probability of a pivot low. Okay, so this is a very nice little setup into what could be a significant low on the 16th. Okay. Again, Cardano also showed the similar big move that Bitcoin did on December 4th when the dark blue short-term wave crossed zero. Okay, so one of the things I like to do when I'm looking at these forecasts is I don't like to, I guess I try to take a step back and not look at them day by day individually. I look at what the overall trend is telling me, and I kind of see this arch here where there's this gap in the down pressure, and that's complemented by an increase in up pressure down here. So wouldn't surprise me to see Cardano kind of fill that gap up here and establish possibly even a new uptrend. Okay, so that's it for me for this weekend. Thanks everyone for listening, and I want to also thank you for using Time Trades. Bye now.